Hi, welcome back to Basement Backgammon. On this episode, we're going to be looking at a vintage Aries made in Mexico travel board in 1/4 inch format. The Aries company did really wonderful work. They even made some cork boards. However, the ones that are most prized by the Aries company are not the ones when Aries moved from their Mexico location to start making boards in, I think it was Korea, and they were sold in Los Angeles. Those are the later, cheaper boards. The earlier vintage boards from Aries, the Hecho de Mexico, are the ones that are most prized, and this is definitely a great example of this. I just got this in the mail relatively recently. I got it in this crazy, super cheap price. You'll never believe it, but I'll tell you, it was $45 all in with shipping. This board is way more than that, and it's going to make a good flip for me. I do, some people might know this, but I do sometimes sell backgammon boards, and I flip them. I buy them cheap, and I sell them for market price. This is one of those boards, and a good example of it. And let me explain it to you why the Hecho de Mexico or Made in Mexico boards are the prized 1970s vintage Aries boards. First of all, this is real leather on the outside. This is not imitation leather. It's real leather, hand stitching all around. Well, maybe machine stitching, I take that back, but it's quality work. It uses brass hardware with these distinctive brass locks that have a little bit of a lip over here and over on this side. This distinctive hardware, this brass handle hardware, leather handle, and keys. I'm not sure if keys are actually in this. I have to look. The other distinctive part of Hecho de Mexico are these long brass hardware for the hinges. They're very long. They take up most of the bar. And I'll show you that in the inside. Unfortunately, these do stick up, so it's difficult to put this upright. It'll be on a bit of a tilt. But as a travel board, not that big of a deal. It's got beautiful leather panels on all sides. This is real leather on the outside here. So let me open these up. The hardware works perfectly. And what we have inside are, again, these gorgeous brass hardware for the hinges. This is very distinctive and typical of the Aries Hecho de Mexico. We have a wool field, and these are stitched points, which is generally not desirable. However, in the Hecho de Mexico and the Aries boards in general, the points are below the field. They do a good job keeping the points below the field so that checkers do not get caught up on the points. All leather, and it comes with the checkers. Unfortunately, for the original Aries boards, are a bit of a drawback. They're cheap plastic. They're thin, which I don't like. I like the thicker ones. But that's what it was. You have your leather dice cups with a wool interior. No triplet on them, but oval leather dice cups. You've got your black Aries. There's the logo for Aries. Black Aries cube with a distinctive font, this italic font, and the original dice. Now, in order to tell an Aries, the Hecho de Mexico, because the more modern boards, which were not made nearly as well, and they use different materials, and they're made in, I believe, in Korea, still good as travel boards, but not quite the quality of these Aries boards. The way to tell that is from the panel over here. So if I'm going to turn my camera around, you can see this is the original logo. I think they maybe used one other, but what you're looking for is it'll tell you the actual material right here. It's stamped into the panel. There it is. Piel Bovino. It's stamped in, which means Piel Bovino. I think it's leather hide or cowhide. I've also seen Piel, I forget what it is, but they make it in pigskin too. But Piel Bovino is the most common one. And then you'll see the logo, and down here, very small print, it'll say, hard to get it here with the light, but it says Hecho de Mexico right over there. with made in Mexico. And that's what you're looking for here. You're looking for made in Mexico, and then you're looking for Piel and whatever in this case, Bovino. You're looking for the stamped into the leather, what the actual material is made of. These are wonderful boards. They're really highly prized by collectors. They play really, really well. The wool is just a dream to feel. It's a beautiful texture to it. They also made these boards in linen as well. So you'll see beige linen in a lot of these older boards, but I actually like the gray with the blue and red points. This is a really nice color scheme, in my opinion. I think this is a pretty valuable board. I might be able to get $200-300 for it. I should be able to a collector who knows what they're doing, because these are just really rare. It's rare in this color scheme, and it's rare to see a Hecho de Mexico board and the shape that this is in. This is practically new. This is in really, really good shape, considering this is 50-year-old board. Let's take a quick look at the 6 across test. So, as befits Aries and the quality, you can see the 6 across is quite good, quite perfect. So you're not going to get, like you do in a lot of travel boards, a lot of slop. And then going across, let's do the white across. You have what looks like just under 12. So 11 3/4 checker going across. So very nice format for travel, for taking it with you. You can throw it into your bag. You can take it with you to a club. This will, or a restaurant. This would fit very well on a pub table if you're doing that sort of thing. I'm going to set the whole thing up so you can see how it looks. Also, let's do the bar test. The bar, it's not a big bar area, like I said, because the hinges take up most of the room. But the bar area is just below the size of the checker. Enough to comfortably fit the checker on the bar. So you won't see too much movement on that. The cups, by the way, being real leather, are heavier than you'd expect them to be. They're not like super, super heavy, but they are heavier than you'd think they are. Oh, one thing I'm missing here is this. Yes. So another part of the original Aries boards is they come with keys, and these do not have the keys in them, unfortunately, this set. They come with keys on a leather strap, and the leather strap is usually here, and it ends in this little bell, and the keys are in the bell. Unfortunately, I have the bell, I don't have the leather strap, and I don't have the keys, so I do lose a little bit of value in this board, given that it doesn't have all of the original parts, but most of them, and all the major parts are in very, very good condition. So this is unfortunate, but it's matching blue leather, and it was in one of the dice cups. So yeah, anyway, the dice cups are a little heavier than you expect them to be for an oval dice cup. Let's take a look and see what it sounds like when I roll these dice out. It's a wool field, so as you can expect, it dampens a lot of the sound, and we're going to go 4 or 5 like that. Another 5-4. Let's do 5 and 4. Same, we'll do one more roll. Three, 1. Oh, it's this one, yep. Red. Points on the head on the 5-point. Love it. So this is the Aries travel board. Aries Hecho de Mexico, they made 1.5-inch versions, and I think there's a 1 3/4-inch version as well. I've never actually been able to get my hands on one of those, but I hear they're quite nice. So remember, look out for the long hinges, the long brass hinges, and more importantly, the plate, the leather panel here, stamped with Piel and whatever the animal was, Piel Bovino most likely, and Hecho de Mexico here. That's what you're looking for in an authentic vintage Aries made in Mexico board. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.